Hi everyone, this is Charmander, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the best resource gathering heroes in this game. The first one on the list is going to be Andrew Morrison, and as you can see, he is a gathering hero, and if you look at his second skill specifically, it's called Exciting Potential, which is a passive skill that increases squad's food gathering speed by 18%. So food is where he excels, because if you look at his other gathering speed for wood and steel, it's not as high as his food gathering. And that's what you're going to do in this game. Is there's going to be certain heroes that's better than other heroes when it comes to gathering specific resource type. The next hero on the list is going to be Michelle. So Michelle is this badass lady who is also a gathering hero, and if you look at her second skill called Jungle Instinct, it increases the squad's wood gathering speed by 24%. So as you can see, this is quite a decent size jump in terms of the amount of wood that she can gather. So you would definitely be using her for gathering wood most of the time. The next hero on the list is going to be the Back Alley Doctor, who is a common hero, also a gathering hero. And again, looking at his second skill, it's called Scream Collection, which increases squad steel gathering speed by 18%. So the Back Alley Doctor is going to be a steel specialist. There's actually only 2 heroes in this game that specializes in steel, and the Back Alley Doctor is one of them. So he is going to be your go-to for gathering steel specifically. The next hero on the list is going to be Angela. Now, Angela is a gathering hero. However, she is an all-around gathering hero that increases squad gathering speed by 20%. So you can pretty much use her to fill in the gaps for resources that you're trying to gather, but you ran out of a specific specialist to gather that specific resource. I often use Angela for gathering food personally. The next hero on the list is going to be Chris, and Chris is in the same boat as Angela, where she is also a general gathering hero that increases squad gathering speed by 20%. So same deal with Angela, you use her to fill in the gaps for gathering resources that you don't have a specific partner to use. The next hero is going to be Alexander, and Alexander is a steel specialist. So as you can see here, his skill called Smart Gathering increases squad steel gathering speed by 30%. So if you use Alexander with the Back Alley Doctor, those two together are the best combination for gathering steel in this game. The next hero is going to be Sia, and Sia is also a specialist. So if you look at her second skill, it's called Unbridled, which increases squad's oil gathering speed by 30%. So as you can see, she is a specialist for gathering oil specifically. The next hero on the list is going to be Jeremy, who's also another gathering hero. His second skill increases squad gathering speed by 20%, and wood gathering speed gets an additional 10%. So as you can see, Jeremy is a specialist for gathering wood specifically. We're now moving on to the legendary heroes. We're going to look at Sarah, which is the newest gathering hero in the game. And if you look at her second skill called Forest Ranger, it increases gathering speed by 24% and food and wood gathering speed by an additional 15%. So as you can see, Sarah is a specialist when it comes to gathering food and wood. So she would be perfect for teaming up with any of the heroes that is also gathering food or wood. And the last hero on the list is going to be Maxine. So Maxine is the original legendary gathering hero, and if you look at her second skill called Overload, it increases the squad's food and oil gathering speed by 36%. So as you can see, Maxine is a food and oil gathering specialist. With that being said, there's not many oil gathering heroes in this game, so I would actually use her for gathering oil and pair her up with Sia to gather oil. However, if you do need to gather more food, then you could actually pair her up also with Sarah. So it's a good pairing, for example, when you have your alliance resource node and you're going to be farming overnight. So obviously you can farm more if you have somebody that's gathering resource much faster, also has a bigger load when it comes to gathering resources. So you can leave them overnight, and when you wake up the next day, you have gathered tons of resources. So that's one way that you can combine these two heroes who are the best at gathering essentially when it comes to gathering when you go to bed. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.